Hey guys, today we're going to be doing some mat exercises, working on control. We're going to be doing the exercises a little bit more slowly. We're going to really be focusing on the transition between the exercises. For example, on this area 5, we're not going to swing our bodies back and forth using momentum on elbow to knee. We're not just going to swing our leg around on scissors. We're going to slowly, very precisely, use our breath to control the movement of our body. So let's go ahead and find our breath first. I'm going to come sitting. I'm going to tuck my tailbone, articulate down to the mat. Find a comfortable space where I can feel the back of my head comfortably connected to the mat, wide shoulder blades, open collarbone. I'm going to relax my ribs so that I have all 12 ribs into the mat. Connect the front of my ribs together as if I'm wearing a corset that I've pulled very tightly. I'm going to have a slight lift in my low back between my sacrum and my 12th rib. I'm going to feel as if there's a warm marble on my belly button. Every time I exhale, the marble's going to sink closer to my belly button to engage my lower abdominals between my two hip bones. My sacrum's flat, meaning from back of my hip, down is everything is flat. From the whole back of my hip sacrum area. I'm going to go ahead and inhale here with my fingertips and ribs and exhale, draw my ribs together even closer. Lace my fingers together to mimic how tight I would like my ribs together. I'm going to inhale. Separate my fingers and exhale, draw them together. Let's do one more right here. I'm going to platform my arms down by my side. I'm going to exhale, drop my belly button, my spine to raise one leg to tabletop without rocking in my sacrum or hips. I'm going to inhale. Use my abdominals to flip my other leg to tabletop. I'm going to make sure that my whole body is maintaining the neutral spine here. I'm going to float my arms up by hinging at my shoulders. I'm not going to swing them up by shrugging my shoulders. I'm going to connect to my ribs and float my fingertips up to the ceiling, leaving them lined up with where my 12th rib and my sternum meet, so my shoulders are creeping up to my ears. I'm going to inhale. Exhale, drop my belly button to my spine. Curl up, bringing my fingertips to reaching for the end of the mat, my wrists straight. I'm going to extend my legs to my working level from there without rocking in my sacrum or hips. There, I'm going to inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do one strong exhale as if you're fogging in a mirror. On this next one, put your hand in front of your mouth and inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze your inner thighs and rotate your femur in the hip socket. 3, 4, 5. Really work your turnout muscles. Drop your belly button to your spine. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Curl up deeper over your sternum and shake out your neck. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop your feet a few inches without rocking in your sacrum. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop your feet a few more inches. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep dropping on the exhale until you can no longer maintain your sacral stability. 3, 4, 5. Stopping right there. Stay in your curl. Reach, pulsing towards the end of your mat with your fingertips for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From there, draw your knees into your chest, rest your head, neck, or shoulders, or bring your arms over your head and float your arms and legs to the mat. From there, we're going to begin roll up. I'm going to bring my hands up, nodding my chin down my chest on the inhale, staying in my C-shaped curve. I'm going to exhale to fold over my legs, reaching for the end of the mat. I'm going to inhale, pulling back as if something's yanking me back by my belly button behind me. Still inhaling. When my sacrum hits the mat, I'm going to exhale. Staying in my C-shaped curve. Not bringing my shoulders up to my ears. Remember, inhale to pull back. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Bringing your ribs to your hips. Arms reaching out in front of you. Exhale your arms over your head. Inhale, letting your chin to your chest. Squeezing your legs together. Really pulling your low back to the mat so that your hip flexors don't pop into this movement. When you feel your low back pop into it, your hip flexors have popped into the movement, go ahead and bend your knees on the way up slightly to help keep your hip flexors out of that. Inhale. Exhale to fold over your feet. Inhale, pulling back. Really hollowing out in your stomach muscles. We have one more at that speed. When you pull your arms behind your head and you place them on the mat, make sure that your ribs aren't popping off the mat. You want to keep melting your ribs and your mat. Go ahead and show one right here. Ribs down, ribs down, ribs down. Arms over your head. From there, we're going to platform our arms down by our side. Bring one leg with a straight leg kick up to the ceiling. Go ahead and check in on your sacrum. We are going to be doing this very slow, very tight, more like an oval rather than a circle to maintain our hip connection. Platform your arms so that you can drop your ribs, flatten your scapula or shoulder blades. Inhale your leg across the body. Exhale, dropping your abdominals, pulling your leg towards your nose. Inhale across the body. Exhale back up. And here's 3. And reach for the mat. The end of your mat with your fingertips again. Don't pop in your ribs. Ground through your opposite leg. Here's 5. Keeping your hips and neutral spine very still. And 6. We're going to go ahead and reverse. Inhale your leg to the outside. Don't go so far that you rock up on your other hip. Exhale across the body. Inhale to the outside. And exhale, drop your belly to your spine to lift your leg back up to your nose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Very slow. Straighten your leg as much as you're able to. Here's 5. Ground with that leg on the mat. Bring all your ribs into the mat. Base of your skulls. Flat against that. From there, we're going to scissor our legs in the air, replacing one leg with the other. Go ahead and find your flat sacrum. Straighten your leg in the air. Drop your belly to the spine. Soften your ribs and bring them together in the front. Lacing your fingers together if you need a reminder at the beginning of class. Flatten your scapular shoulder blades. Inhale your leg across the body. Drop your belly to your spine to lift your leg back up to your nose. And inhale. Here's 3. And lift. Here's 4. Keep it going. One more. Pausing at the top. Don't put your leg out so far that your hip rocks off. Inhale around the outside. Drop your belly button, lift your leg to your nose. Inhale, ground through your mat leg, and exhale to lift. Will help you keep that other hip on the ground. 3. Soften your ribs. Shoulder blades flat. Here's 4. Shake out your neck if you need to. Just 2 more. Here's 5. And here is 6. Bring your knees into tabletop. Hold on behind your knees. Nod your chin to your chest. exhale to curl up. We're going to scoot forward to the front of our mats. We're going to pinpoint our feet together in the center. We're going to hold onto our shins somewhere underneath our patella or above our ankle. It'd be nice if our knees were no wider than our shoulders. They're not way up here. We're going to keep rolling like a ball, very tight little ball. I'm going to come to the front. Before I even hover my feet, I'm going to round over in the C-shaped curve from roll-ups. My elbows are not going to be smushed in at my side. They're going to be wide so that I can engage under my arms, down the sides of my ribs. Exhale, dropping my belly to my spine, hovering my feet off the mat. From there, I'm going to do a couple contractions in this position. I'm going to inhale. Exhale, squeezing my ball a little tighter, dropping my belly button to my spine, drawing my ribs to my hips. And release, I'm going to inhale. Contract deeper. When you contract, make sure that you're not crunching your chin to your chest. Release, one more. If you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, back or neck issues, please continue with this contraction modification for rolling like a ball. Otherwise, we're going to begin rolling. We're not going to use momentum to swing our legs out and in. We're going to stay in the ball position the whole time, even if we don't make it all the way back up. We're going to inhale and squeeze our glutes to roll back into the shoulders, and exhale up. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Pause at the top. Woo! Here's 4. And 5. Here's 6. Shoulders away from your ears. Here's 7. And 8. From there, without dropping your feet, use your hands to slide back your booty slightly. Find the fronts of your shins again. I'm going to take my left hand, hold it on the inside of my right knee. Take my right hand, reach for my right ankle. I'm going to extend my left leg to working level. I'm going to get my spine down to the mat. I am in single leg stretch position for a series of 5. I'm going to inhale. Exhale, drop my belly to the spine. I'm going to inhale, bring my legs to the tabletop in the center, hands on either side of my knee, and then I'm going to slide my right leg out and adjust my hands on my left knee. I'm going to inhale through tabletop and exhale. Maintaining a very stable sacrum this whole time. Curl over your sternum. Don't crunch your chin to your chest. And in and out. 3 more sets. In and out. In and out. And in and out. Bring both your knees to tabletop. Double leg stretch. Inhale. Slowly extend your arms and legs. Don't let your arms drift past your ears. Keep them in front of your ears. Bring your arms to a T first, and then slowly drag your knees back to tabletop as if you're going through mud. Inhale, pressing out through mud or jello. Bring your arms around to a T, drawing everything back into the center. And inhale. You shouldn't feel any rocking in your hips. Here's 4. And drag everything in. And 5. If you need to rest your head, neck, and shoulders, go ahead and place them on the mat, or place one hand behind your head for one exercise, one rep, and then place the other hand behind your head for the other rep. From there, we're going to extend our legs to the ceiling. We're going into very slow scissors. Extend your leg. Give a little pulse towards your nose. Bring your legs up and switch very slowly and tug. And 1, 2, 3, and pull. 1, 2, 3, pull your leg. 1, 2, 3, pull your leg. 1, 2, 3. Drop your belly to your spine. Curl over your sternum. Shake out your neck. Pull your leg by widening your elbows and bending at the elbows, not by lifting your body to your leg. 2 more reps. How much can you connect to your abdominals and this really reaching your ribs for your hips? Legs up to the ceiling, head in your hands in your head, pressing both into each other. Create that space between your chin and your chest. We're going to drop 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Pausing here. And now lift. We're doing this very slow. You might not want to drop your legs as much as you normally do. 1, 2, 3. When you see your belly drop, lift your legs from there. Drop 1, 2, 3. You should be feeling the heat by now. Here we're almost halfway there. Curl a little deeper over your sternum for 4 more. We're going to flex our feet for 1, 2, 3. And now lift. Drop 1, 2, 3. And lift. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. And lift. And 1, 2, 3. And lift. Bring your knees into tabletop. Elbow to knee. Right knee to your chest. Left leg extended. Bring your opposite underarm to your knee. Come back through center to tabletop. And now rotate. We're rotating from our belly button and above. Everything below the belly button stays stable. Hips, sacrum. Here's our third set. Through the center. And opposite. Almost halfway there. Really twist. Retain your curl through the center. Don't drop it and lift back up. We're in our curl. And now we twist to the right. Back and curl up in center. And twist to the left. Come to curl. And then twist without drop. And curl. And twist. 1 more set. Twist. And through center. And twist. Draw your knees to your spine. Rest your head and shoulders. Give your knees a hug to your chest. Rock gently from side to side. From there, we're going to hold on behind our knees. Chin to your chest. Curl up. I'm going to scoot back slightly, extending my legs in front of me. I've separated my feet hip width are a little further apart. I'm sitting straight up on my sits bones. If you're not able to sit straight up on your sits bones, pop your knees slightly. I'm going to draw my ribs in and down. Draw my abdominals up and in. My shoulders are flat down my back. I'm going to extend my arms out in front of me, coming from my bra strap or where my sternum and my 12th rib meet, so my shoulders don't creep up. From there, I'm going to inhale, nodding my chin to my chest, lowering my hands to my shins. I'm going to exhale to extend with articulation through my legs, to fold over my legs. I'm going to inhale, being pulled back by my belly button again to pull back. And exhale to come straight back up to sitting. I'm going to inhale, nodding my chin to my chest. Exhale to fold over my legs. Inhale, pull back. And exhale to sit up. Inhale. Control this movement. Draw your belly back to your spine throughout the whole time. If your legs are extended straight, see if you can squish it back underneath the back sides of your knees to fully extend your legs. My teacher, Katie Rowley, that's what she tells me all the time, to squish it up. And I have no idea why, but it really works. Go ahead and sit straight up. Whoop, don't pop your ribs at the top. We're halfway there. And inhale, nodding my chin to my chest. Exhale to fold through my legs. Inhale to pull back. And exhale to sit straight up, growing taller. And now we inhale. And exhale, fold through. Bringing your biceps between your ears, or your ears between your biceps, I should say. And fold up. 2 more. And inhale. Exhale, fold through your feet. Inhale, pull back. Exhale up. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, dropping your belly to your spine. Now pulling yourself back up to steady. Go ahead and shake out your legs. We're going to draw our legs in from there. We are going to do the open leg balance We're not going into rocker today, just an open leg bounce. I pinpointed my feet in the center. My toes are touching here. I have my hands placed on the tops of my ankles, holding onto the tops. If you need to, if flexibility so, go ahead and place your hands behind your knees and extend from here to tabletop legs. Otherwise, I'm going to adjust for you so you can see a little better. I'm going to hover my toes off. I have my tailbone tucked slightly so that I can balance. I'm going to extend my right leg and bend it back to the original position. Really squeezing in my core, drawing my shoulder blades down my back. I'm pulling down on the front of my leg to engage my lats and help to balance myself. And back. The other leg, I'm going to go ahead and get a good grip on my ankle. I'm going to pull down as I extend it up. And I'm going to release it back down to the position, the original position. And extend. And release. One more on the left side. Extend. And release. And now I'm going to go right leg and bend. I'm going to extend my left leg and bend. And my right leg. I'm still balanced. My tailbone is still tucked. One more on each side. And then we're going to go into a challenge. If you'd like to continue with this, you're more than welcome to. From here, we're going to extend both legs up and bring our toes back down. And extend both legs, drawing your ribs to your hips, dropping your belly to your spine, pulling down on your shoulders and lats. We have one more. And bend our knees in. I'm going to adjust my position again so I can, from there, I'm going to extend my feet back out to the spine stretch position that we were just in, sitting straight up. My feet are separated hip width or a little further apart. We're going into saw. I'm squishing the bed with the backs of my legs, but if you have tight hamstrings, tight low back, please go ahead and pop your knees slightly so that you can sit straight up. I have my arms to a T. I'm going to bring them slightly in front of me on my periphery. Again, my ribs are in and down, my abs are up and in, my shoulder blades are down my back. I'm going to inhale, growing taller. Before I dive, I'm going to flip my back hand to the ceiling to square my shoulders to the foot I'm diving to a little bit more. I'm going to saw up my baby toe. I'm going to pull back on my belly button again. Articulate up. Inhale through the center to the other side. Before I dive, I'm going to flip my back palm to square my shoulders a little bit. Dive forward, rounding forward in a C-shaped curve to dive off my baby toe. Pull back, sit up, inhale to the other side, and exhale, dive. Pull back, inhale through the center. When I get as far as I can go, then I exhale to dive. My hip bones are not rocking on the mat as I dive, just like an elbow to knee. We are rotating from our belly button and above. Everything below the belly button is staying stable. Come back through center. Center. We're going to stay right here for a second. I'm going to bring my head, my hands, my head. I'm going to let my ribs pop when I do this. I'm going to stay in my neutral spine. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to reach the top of my head to where the wall meets the ceiling to the right. Reaching up and out, but not rocking off my hip bone. I'm going to squeeze to come back to center. I'm going to side bend to the opposite side. The bend is coming from the belly button or above. So nothing below the belly button is rocking on the mat. Exhale to grow taller through center. And inhale to the right. Exhale to squeeze everything to come back to the center. Inhale to the left. Two more on each side. Make sure that your ribs aren't popping out the front. And your abs are up and in. On the exhale, draw your belly button to your spine to support coming back up to sitting. It's as if you're moving between two panes of glass. There's one pane to the front, behind you. You can't go front or back. One more. You can only go side to side. Go ahead, point, flex your feet. Give them a little shake to center. Wiggle your legs a little bit. I'm going to come down onto my left side. We are going to be moving into side leg kicks. I'm going to take my body. I'm going to line it up with the back edge of the mat. Normally we do lie down on our arm for sideline legs. Lifting up out of our side. Making sure that we're not sinking into the mat. Hiking our hip. Lining up our hips. And we have a lift from our side to the mat. If you'd like to come up on your forearm, you're welcome to. If you'd like to hinge your feet for added support, to bring them to the front of you, you're welcome to do that as well. I'm going to flex my feet to begin. I'm going to shoot energy out of my heel, bringing my foot up to hip height. I'm lifting up out of my side. I'm drawing my shoulder down my back. I'm going to place my hand on my hip no matter where I am. I'm going to point my top leg. I'm going to bring it to the front. 1, 2, 3. I'm bring it back by flexing it. 1, 2, 3. Bring your leg behind you. Don't let your hips rock back or forward to accommodate this movement. Lift up out of your side, squeeze your glutes, and kick front for 1, 2, 3, and exhale, drawing your belly to your spine, squeezing your glutes to support your leg going behind you. Inhale, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3. Here's 4. And slow. Drawing everything in and up, feeling the support of the box to your body as you move your leg through space. Here's 7. And lift. And 8. Draw your shoulder down your back. If you begin to feel it in your neck, lay down completely on your side. Here's 9. Dropping your belly to your spine. And squeeze your glutes. And 10. Now I'm going to float my foot back so my feet are lined up. I'm going to shoot energy out of my heel. Squeeze my top leg to my bottom. And lift it. It's as if I'm moving through mud. I'm creating the tension in my own body for this movement. Lift up. Shoulders down. Belly to spine. Make sure you're not tucking or tilting your pelvis here. Here's 9 and 10. From here, I'm going to invite you to go ahead and place your hand on the mat in front of you. Rock forward, slightly your thigh meet again in case you rock back. We're going to squeeze our inner thighs to bring our bottom leg to the top and release. And squeeze. Release. Lift up out of your side. Release. Here's 4. Together, drawing them out so your heels are together, your toes are apart. Rock forward slightly on your thigh again, not so that you're twisted, but so that you're out of your low back. We're going to kick our foot up to the ceiling and flex to lower with control. Kick up, 2, 3, and down. 2, 3. Here's 3, 2, 3. Lift up out of your side, down. 2, 3. Here's 4. Belly to spine. And 5. Hand on your hip now. Shoulders down. 6. Rock forward slightly. Here's 7. Your leg doesn't have to go straight to the ceiling. Depending on how your hip is, your leg might come forward more or diagonal. Mine certainly does. And 1 more. Point your toe. Bring it to hip height. Moving from where your tushy and your thigh meet, we're going to do small circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Now reverse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll place my hand in front again. I'm going to bring my foot to the front, turned out. I'm going to bring it up and over like a rainbow to the back and up. Your heel might not tap on the back. Do not twist your hips to make that happen. Squeeze your inner thighs, and that's all you need. Here's 4. And squeeze. And 5. And squeeze. Here's 6. And squeeze. 7. And lift. Drop your belly to your spine. 8. Don't rock back like I just did. 9. And 10. From there, I'm going to stack my feet. I'm going to bring my legs in so my body's at a 90-degree angle with my thighs. My thighs are at a 90-degree angle with my calves. Calves are at a 90-degree angle with my flexed feet. I'm going to raise my heels, my feet off the mat 2 inches. I'm going to open my legs like I'm opening a bucket. Squeeze them shut again using my outer thighs, my outer booty. 2. And open. Lift. 3. 4. Don't rock back. 5. 6. Here's 7. And squeeze like we're moving through mud. And 9. And here's 10. I'm going to roll onto my stomach. I'm going to take my top leg that was working. Reach back for the top of my foot angle. My left arm created a pillow for my forehead. I'm pulling my right heel into my booty. I'm pressing that same hip into the mat. One more deep breath. From there, I'm going to come up sitting on my hip. I'm going to swing around, rocking from hip to hip to come to the other side for side lying legs. Again, I'm demonstrating side lying legs up on my arm today, but if you feel it getting into your neck, or if you feel like you're sinking and you can't control it, or if you feel it in your shoulder, please lie down and make your arm in to a pillow. I'm lining up the back of my body with the mat. I can hinge forward at my hip for more support. I'm lifting up out of my side. I'm engaging by hollowing out under my arm. I'm not rocking back on my hips. I rocked slightly forward on my thigh meat to stay on my low back, dropping my belly at my spine. My feet are flexed. I'm going to float my foot up to hip height. Place my hand on my hip. I'm going to bring my foot forward. 2, 3. I'm going to flex to pull it back. 2, 3. When my heels line up, I'm going to squeeze my glute to pull my foot behind me so that my body's not rocking. And forward. 2, 3. And pull back. 2, 3. Here's 3. Drop your belly to your spine to pull your leg back. And 4. Lift up. 4, 5. And 6. And 7. Here's 8. And 9. Belly to spine. Make sure you're not rocking backwards. And 10. Lift up out of your side. Stack your legs. Energy shooting out of your heel. Squeeze your top leg to your bottom and squeeze them apart. Keep breathing. You're creating the tension in your own body here. The squeeze and the separation. There's 5. Make sure you're not rocking backwards. 7, bring your foot up to hip height. 8. And lift. 9. Shoulder down your back. And 10. And lift. Place your hand in front of you for support. Squeeze your inner thighs to bring your bottom leg up and release. And squeeze. Release. And exhale. Release. Here's 5. And 6. Whew. And 7. Lift up out of your side. 8. And 9. And 10. Point your feet, Pilates feet, heels together, toes apart. Make sure you haven't rocked back. We're going to kick our leg up to the ceiling and flex it to the lower. Slowly with control and up. 2, 3, and flex. 2, 3, and 1. 2, 3, and flex. 2, 3. Here's 4. And hand on your hip for 5. Lifting up out of your side, whether you're up on your elbow or lying down. 6. Make sure you haven't rocked back. 7. belly to spine. Here's 8, up, and flex to lower. And 9, and 10. Point your foot, bring it up to hip height. Again, we're moving from where the thigh and the tushy meet. Small circles for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop. Reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap your foot in the front. Here's time for rainbows and lift up. Squeeze your inner thighs at the back and up and over. Tap and up. Lifting up out of our side. Here's 3 and 4. Here's 5. After this, we'll leave clams and then we get a stretch. Here's 6. Rock forward slightly so you can rock back. Here's 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Stack your legs. Bring your knees in so you have a 90-degree body from your body to your thighs, from your thighs to your shins, from your shins to your flexed feet. Bring your feet up 2 inches and open as if you're opening through bed. And squeeze it closed. You're opening a book so the inside of your foot stays glued together the whole time, and squeeze. There's 3. Lift up 4. Make sure you're not rocking back. 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. From there, I'm going to roll onto my stomach and make a pillow with my right hand. I'm going to reach back to my left hand and my left foot. Pull my left heel to my glute. Press my left hip into the mat. Take 3 deep breaths here. Try not to let your shoulder round forward to bring your heel to your glute. Make sure you're staying wide across your collarbones. 1 more. From there, I'm going to come up to sitting. I'm going to reach over. I'm going to grab my stretchy band. I'm going to come on my back. I'm going to roll down. We are going to do some ballet stretches. I'm going to place my stretchy band around the arch of my right foot. You can use a belt for this. And you can even use a booty band and hold on to it. I'm going to pull my leg up to my right underarm. I have a hand on either strap or on either side. If you don't need the strap, you don't have to use it. If you don't want it, you don't have to use it either. I'm going to take both straps in my left hand, and the top of my left palm is going to be facing my nose. I'm going to reach my leg across my body, pulling it up towards my ear. My right hip's going to pop while my right ribs are staying on. I'm extending my right arm to a T, and I'm looking over to it. I'm gazing at my fingertips for a nice cervical twist. I'm going to come back to center, placing my hip back on the mat. I take both straps in my right hand with the inside of my palm facing my nose. I'm going to bring my leg slightly away from the midline of my body and pull it up towards my ear. I'm not pulling it to the side and letting my hip pop out. I'm maintaining my stability of my sacrum and maintaining and control of my body. If you'd like, you don't have to use a strap for this exercise. Just make sure that you're not pulling it out to the side to where your hip's popping up again. From there, I'm going to release my foot from the band. I'm going to bend my left leg so my foot's flat on the mat. I'm going to bend my right leg so that above my ankle crosses my left knee. If this is a good stretch for you, that's great. If you'd like a little bit more, take your right hand, reach through your bent knee of your right knee and your left leg and reach behind your left leg. Take your left hand on the outside of your left leg, reach behind it again. If you can maintain a neutral spine here and not be all crunched up, then you can move on to reach your fingertips to the front of your knee. If you find yourself starting to crunch up and get weird about it, please go back to the other exercise, the stretch before this. So we can really get deep into the hip flexor here. I'm going to release myself out of that stretch. I'm going to extend my right leg on the mat. I'm going to place my band around the arch of my left foot, extend my left leg to the ceiling, excuse me, hair in my mouth. Put a band in either hand and pull my leg to my underarm. Still dropping my belly to the spine. I haven't lost that yet. I'm still maintaining a neutral spine. I haven't sunk in my low back to completely imprint my spine on the mat. I'm going to keep my right hand, palm facing my nose, grab both straps, bring my foot across the midline of my body, allowing my left hip to float up off the mat, but keeping my ribs on the mat, my back ribs on the mat. Extend my left hand to a T, look over, gaze at my fingertips for cervical twist. Bring my leg back to center. Grab the straps with my left hand with my palm facing my nose. Bring it out to the side and pull it up to my ear, not allowing my hip to rock off. Really straighten your leg here. Adjust your hand to your strap where it's necessary, or where it feels nice, or where it has the stretch you're looking for. Go ahead and release your foot from the strap. Place your left foot flat on the mat. Take your right leg, cross above your right ankle over your left leg. Take your left hand, reach between your bent left knee, your bent right knee to grab onto the back of your knee. Your right knee, take your right hand around, grab onto the back of the right knee as well. If you can maintain this with no problem, go ahead and reach for the front of your knee. Make sure that you're not crunching it, tucking your tail too much. We really want to reach in deep to that hip flexor. And it's really easy to do that if you can maintain a flat sacrum. You get really nice and deep in there. It feels really good. Now, go ahead and release. From there, hold on behind your knees, not our chin or chest. Rock up to sitting. We're going to move on to seal, do some cat and cow, and then we're going to be done with our mat exercises for today. I'm going to scoot up slightly. I like to place my hands on the tops of my ankles for seal. It's the way my trainer, Katie Rowley, taught me. Rather than wrapping my arms around, sometimes it causes my shoulders to roll in. It would be just like we did on the open leg rocker challenge. But I'm going to press my elbows into my knees to create that roundness and draw down my shoulder blades by hollowing out my underarms. I'm going to rock back, tucking slightly. Bring my feet up into a tabletop position. I'm going to be looking down through my legs. I'm going to tap my heels. 1, 2, 3. Roll back to my shoulder blades. Tap 1, 2, 3. Roll back up. Tap 1, 2, 3. Maintain your curve. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, please do not roll. You're going to stay up at the top, holding the position, tapping your heels. 3 more. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tap 2, 3. Final one. 1, 2, 3. From there, place your feet on the mat with control. We're going to flip over to a quadruped position. If you have weak wrists, please come on to your fists. Otherwise, place a little bit more pressure on the palms of your pads, or the pads of your fingers, to lift up out of your ribs, drawing your shoulder blades down your back, lifting up so you're not sinking out the front, maintaining a neutral spine, ribs are in, abs up and in. We're going to draw our head up first, sinking into the cow position, but not allowing our ribs to flare. We're still lifted while we're sinking into a nice calf stretch. I'm going to tuck my tail, tuck my head, to pull up. Feeling my belly button pull back, just like we discussed in the exercises today. Inhale, allowing my body to articulate, lifting my tail and my head, but not popping my ribs up. Take my tail out of my head, pulling my belly button up towards the ceiling, really rounding out my back. 1 more. Lifting my tail and my head, maintaining a connection in my lats, holding my ribs together. Coming up into cow, not getting my shoulders up behind my ears, but really reaching up out, really rounding. Coming back to neutral. Give everything a little shake. Go ahead and come to sitting. I'm sitting crisscross applesauce. Go ahead and Inhale. Exhale. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to contact me. I hope that you enjoy class, and I hope that everyone has a great day.